Hello and welcome to Monmouth in Focus, a program about the services and functions of Monmouth County government. I'm Cynthia Scott, your host for the segment of Monmouth in Focus. And today we are joined by Freeholder John Curley. He is the liaison to the County Fire Marshal's office, and Monmouth County Fire Marshal Henry Stryker. Thank you both so much for joining us.
Thank you.
A pleasure, Cynthia. Always nice to be with you.
Always nice to have you, Freeholder. You know, fire safety is so important throughout the year, but especially this summer season in the warm weather. Let's talk about some of the dangers that we face with fires during the summer, Freeholder.
Sure. Obviously, folks are out more during the summer. Mm-hmm. They're camping, they're grilling. This time of year, as we get closer to the 4th of July, fireworks become prevalent. So there are those dangers, not only fire hazards, but, physical hazards. Absolutely. Particularly with the fireworks.
Sure. And how do you get the word out, Henry, about fire safety? What are some of the tips that you offer to the public?
Well, we try to tell the public that everybody should enjoy the summer, but they should take the precautions when it comes to fires and grills and things like that. We get the word out, through the newspapers. We also have put it out on the county website. So there's different tips we give to people during different seasons. And one of the tips we talk about is about campfires. Campfires are very nice to have, but sometimes they can be a real problem. Right. So if people follow certain steps when they do build a campfire, then there's less problems with it. They keep it away from structures, away from woods. In an open area, they clear the ground around it within 10 feet and start the fire small and then work your way up to a larger fire, but not too big.
Right.
You don't need too big of a fire to keep yourself warm. So,
exactly.
And it's nice. They like the ambiance of the fire. So as long as it's small, it's
right. Make sure that there's plenty of open space around you when you have that.
It's manageable.
The campfire. I don't know if they allow them on beaches, but a beach would be a good place to do it if it isn't indeed permissible.
There are some
Correct?
beaches that do allow you to have campfires. And also another tip is to have water available and a shovel in case the fire gets too big. You can dump the water on it or shovel dirt on it to smother the fire.
We also have a lot of outdoor barbecues during the summer. Everybody turns to grilling, right? It's a great way to celebrate the summer. Can be dangerous, though.
Yes, propane grills and briquette grills are somewhat dangerous as long as you treat them with respect and you have a certain protocol in doing them. The New Jersey Uniform Fire Code states that grills of any type cannot be stored or used on any flammable balconies, porches, or decks. It must be within 5 feet of the structure. So, a lot of times when you take your grill out for the first time of the year, you should check it for any type of leaks or anything like that by using soapy water or something like that. If you see there's a leak, shut the tank off. If the leak stops, that's fine. Call someone to make the repair. If it doesn't stop, call the fire department. If you do have a problem with a propane grill with a fire, your best bet is to get away from it and call the fire department immediately. Okay,
and Freeholder, you had mentioned before 4th of July fireworks, of course. It's important. Go to the professional displays, right? Don't use them in your own backyard. They really can be a fire hazard.
Extremely dangerous, and unfortunately, we oftentimes hear or read about a resident who has blown off a finger or been blinded by, a firework. It's something that should be left to the professionals. Fireworks are illegal. And you can get in big trouble, not only physically, but you can get in trouble with the law. So the advice is stay away from them and go to the professional displays.
Sure. And Henry, do you see a lot of injuries related to fireworks throughout the summer?
Yes. The National Fire Protection Agency in 2011 said that there was 9,600 fireworks-related injuries reported in U.S. hospital emergency rooms. They also said there was an estimated 17,800 fires resulting from fireworks. So that becomes, when you look at that all, you had 40 civilian injuries and $32 million in direct property damage.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It
can, and most of the times, like you said, leave it to the professionals, like the Freeholder said. It's very dangerous, some of that stuff that's out there.
Yeah. And how about any other fire hazards during the summer that could be weather-related?
Well, one thing we do have in Monmouth County, we usually have 5 to 10 fires a year caused by lightning strikes, believe it or not. About a month ago, we had a major fire in a house up in Upper Freeholder Township that was burnt down because of a lightning strike. So lightning is very dangerous because of not only fire, but also if you're outside when the storm comes about. So your best bet is if you hear thunder, take cover. And don't take cover under any trees or anything. Go in a structure, in a car that has a hard roof or a larger building. You never know where it's going to hit and when it's going to hit. And
Absolutely.
So.
What if you're inside a house? Is there anything you can do to ensure your safety inside a house if lightning strikes?
Well, best thing to do is stay away from the windows.
Okay.
Okay. And the other thing is to stay off of any electronic equipment. Unplug the electronic equipment if you can, but if you can't, just stay off of it. Also, turn the air conditioners off and things like that. Like I said, lightning comes up quick and does a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's unexpected.
Yeah, stay away from anything that would conduct electricity. And that could be even an open window. Make sure those windows are shut. Obviously, stay away from any type of a metal product. And, keep yourself protected. So many injuries can be avoided because oftentimes we find that people are just stupid. And I hate to be so blunt about it, but there is a practical sense that oftentimes people seem to lack in the summertime, especially when alcohol's involved.
Oh, okay, good point there. And Freeholder, obviously, Henry, Freeholder, calling 911 so important. If somebody feels like they're in danger as a result of a fire and it's an emergency, call 911, get help.
That's correct, yes.
What about the dryness throughout the summer season, too, that ignites those fires? You hear about those terrible fires, forest fires, and, just the branches igniting. Or sometimes they're set deliberately, unfortunately. Sometimes somebody discards a cigarette out the window. I mean, it's as simple as that, right? You could throw a cigarette out the window, and there you go.
Absolutely. During the summer season, we do run into a tremendous amount of drought. Especially later on in the summer. But when things are as dry as they are, the foliage is as dry as it is, it can be just like gasoline.
Yeah.
Once fire strikes, and it just exacerbates and spreads.
Yes, it's the New Jersey Forest Fire Service does an excellent job on maintaining the woods and things like that, and putting fire breaks in them on the off season to help alleviate any major wildfires in the state and in Monmouth County.
Sure.
So they do an excellent job on that, and we do tell people about be safe in the woods, things like that.
Yeah.
And you did make a good point and Freeholder made a good point where a lot of these fires are intentional, and that becomes an issue.
It's unfortunate.
Yes.
All right, gentlemen, thank you both so much for joining us today here on Monmouth in Focus. Some great tips that you're provided, and for more information on those tips, you can, of course, go to www.visitmonmouth.com. I'm Cynthia Scott. Have a great day, everyone.